In this video, you're going to learn how to insert a table of contents into a document. The software being used right now is the Office 365 or Office 2016 edition of Microsoft Word. Now what you're looking at now is what I can refer to as a mock research paper. It's done in the style of an APA, and there's a space here, this page number 2, that's waiting for a table of contents, and the rest of the document pretty much resembles what a research paper might look like. Now, the important part here is the headings, so you'll notice everything else is just a bunch of asterisks. So we want to select the main headings. I'm going to select this first one, and using the Control key, we're going to select the main headings. So each time I hold down the Control key and select all the main headings. I'm skipping a couple, we're going to come back to those. And once all the main headings are selected, we're going to head to the Home tab, to the Styles group, and we're going to apply a style. Now here's the style we're going to apply. The heading 1 style is the first thing that we're going to do. But the thing is, it does not conform to what an APA research paper should be formatted like. In that, the size of the text should be 12, so we have to set these things back. The style of the text should more than likely be Times New Roman, and the color of the font should be black. And I think we can bold these back again. Now heading back up to the page where the table of contents should be, which is page 2. I'm putting my insertion point there, and we're going to head to the References tab, and here at the Table of Contents option, I'm going to select the second one, and it should automatically pull in all of your headings, including the page numbers to which these headings are sitting. Now, what of the items that we left unselected? We're going to go back to those, and these include Theory 1, Theory 2, and Theory 3. And let's grab the others. There was Model 1, Model 2. So we're still using the Control key. And somewhere in the appendix, we have Appendix A, Appendix B, and Appendix C. Now, when you go back up to the Table of Contents page, you're going to see how these become part of the Table of Contents. But first, we must apply a style. So back to the Home tab. But instead of heading 1, we're going to go to heading 2 and make that conform as well. So back to the size 12 Times New Roman black font. And we can bold those back again. Now looking back at the Table of Contents page, we're going to update the page. So simply clicking on the Table of Contents as it is and go to Update Table, we're going to use the second option that says Update Entire Table. And once we click on OK, all these subheadings should come in, and they are, as you see, indented to show that they are actually subheadings of a main heading. And of course, if you want everything to conform, more than likely you'd want to center these Table of Contents title and set it also back to size 12 Times New Roman black font. Now, if perchance you move a heading, for example, maybe the artifacts were supposed to come before the guiding theories, and if you notice, if we go down and take the artifacts and move the heading and maybe its contents, so let's pretend it's heading and its contents, so I'm going to cut them, are actually supposed to be before the guiding theories. Now we need to make sure that the table of contents, so notice artifacts is now on page 4. The table of contents needs to conform. So artifacts was on 5, it needs to now be reflected in the table of contents as being on page 4. So yes, we're going to click the table of contents, update the table, and update page numbers only because we didn't add any new headings, but something moved. So once we click on OK, you'll notice that, well, actually we do need to update. Something did move. We have to update the entire table so that the artifacts now moves and it reflects the page numbers as well. You notice in the option that I did before, mistakenly, it left the title in its place but changed the page numbers. But of course that looked odd because the numbering was off. So the right option really is update entire table, because we actually did move an entity from one place to another, and it should reflect in its movement and its page numbering as well. So this is really the easiest way to insert a table of contents into your document. Thanks for watching.